Left. Left. We're on a hill somewhere on our way to Yes Tor, and we're just having a little break. We've already hiked about 2.5 miles, and we plan to do about 13 to 14 miles in total with a stay somewhere over there where there's a really high hill. And actually Yes Tor and the High Willhays, where we're headed, is the highest peaks in all of southern England, south of Wales. It's the highest peak and one of the remotest places on Dartmoor, which is one of the most remotest places in the country. So I'm super chuffed, super excited that Lucy's coming along. We're in Blackdown, that's where we are. We're sort of skirting around the edges of the Okehampton firing range, which we are going to walk through to get to Yes Tor and the High Willhays. And there's a cool little house there. I don't know what it is, it's probably military or has a military use. Although, when I first saw it, the first thing I thought of was the film Wrong Turn and some sadistic inbred cannibal killers that liked young teenagers. Neither Lucy or I have been up here before. You can see the firing points there behind me. So this is where the military come. And there's lots of cows out with their calves. So we're in calving season. Stay away from the cows. And there are a few other people up here as well with us, walking around. This is often quite popular, this area of Dartmoor, the High Willhays, the Okehampton firing range at weekends, because it is the only time that you can really get up here because of the military activity going on during the week, which has increased. I've looked at the timetable today before we come out, just to make sure there was no bullets flying around or bombs dropping. And there has been quite a lot of firing activity over the last few weeks. Read into that what you will. Anyway, this is the Okehampton firing range. And there's lots of people here. If you like my videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. Getting a bit blowier now, we're getting that a bit higher. So behind me is High Tor. And then over here, where we're headed now, we've got Sharp Tor and Chat Tor. And we're going to stop up there, see if we can fix Lucy's foot, get a plaster on a blister that she's developed, maybe even make a cup of tea or coffee. People have been walking these routes, Lucy, for 7,000 years. Lucy and I are hiding in behind these rocks. It's a good 20-mile-an-hour wind at the moment, with gusts going up to 35, 40 mile an hour, so it's very windy. I've brought the Nortent Ly3 with me, so we should be perfectly fine, as long as it doesn't turn into a gale. And we've got about 1.5 miles to 2 miles max to walk before we put the tent up. And we are headed in that direction. We're standing at Chat Tor. Over there is the High Willhays Tor. And the other mission we've got is we need to collect some water, because I'm only carrying 1.5 litres. And Lucy is a coffee drinking machine. And so we need to make sure she's got plenty of water. So that's where we are at the moment. How's your foot, Lucy? Fine. It's all right. We've done some repairs. Okay, so the last final stretch for today, and then we've got the challenge of putting the tent up in these winds, which should be fun, Lucy. Yeah. And we put the tent up just in time for the infamous Hounds of the Baskervilles fog or mist. So me and Lucy are here. We've camped or put our tent up right in behind this granite outcrop. I'm not sure what the name of this tour is. And yeah, I think we both had enough. We've done about 7 miles. And Lucy is much happier because she's got a cup of coffee.
Yeah, warming up.
There we go. And the tent is doing great. But the winds on the other side of the tour that we're sat on are horrendous. It wasn't predicted to be quite this windy. I must say this every video that I do. But they're about 20-25 mile an hour winds and 40 mile an hour gusts. So as much as I love this tent and think it's indestructible, I'm not putting it to the test. So we'll be fine and safe in here, Lucy, as long as we don't get, a storm hit us unexpectedly.
Yeah, it seems quite strong.
But if you want to be on Dartmoor in a storm, you want to be in this tent, the Nortent Ly3. So 4 p.m. 4 p.m. She doesn't know. It's 4 p.m.
Coffee.
It's 5 p.m. We've been walking since about 11 o'clock. So that's 6 hours. Took us about 45 minutes to get this all up and sorted and collect some water. Now I'm going to subject Lucy to some darts.
Oh God.
I'm definitely cruising for a bruising today. Aren't I, Lucy?
Yes. Don't worry, wait until we get home.
What's for tea?
Chicken curry.
Chicken and vegetable curry and rice. People complain that I don't do enough cooking in my camping videos. So we've brought some of our prep food with us, some tins and
rice.
And some rice.
You need to cook rice.
But we haven't got a microwave.
Just add it to the curry and it'll cook.
There you go. Yeah. So that's all we got. And now I'm going to put the darts on. Yeah, you can watch Voyager. You can watch Voyager and I'll watch darts. Lucy's on season 3 of Voyager. Yeah, you got to season 3 quite quickly. You like Voyager, yeah?
Yes, I do. I like Voyager.
Yeah, Voyager's actually a really good Star Trek. And it's about to get much better.
Don't tell me.
I'm the world's foremost expert on Star Trek.
Ruining every episode.
And I know everything that's going on. I know every character, of every alien, every spaceship, every technology, every ideology. I even know some of the Klingon language. So Lucy's getting frustrated that I'm ruining every episode for her. Camp food, a la Lucy Lockett. So how did you sleep, Lucy?
Not too bad. I probably slept for about 4.5 hours.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. It's been about 30 to 40 mile an hour winds all night.
Yep.
So the tent's done great, but the vents on this tent need to be shut at night when there's wind or there's rain or there's fog. We've got a lot of fog, haven't we? So visibility's been very low, but it's been flying. The vents are massive on this tent, and so the inner it's all dry now, actually, which is good. Got a bit wet. So Lucy's like, Darren, you're all wet. And I'm like, what? And all the top of my sleeping bag was covered in condensation and water. So, I'm not happy about that, to be honest, for a tent like this. And it's a known design flaw. So I'm just warning you, if you buy the Nortent Ly series 1, 2 or 3, note that the air vents, unless they've modified them, on the doors, they're massive. And if you have them open too wide, it will let water into the tent. We're off to Yes Tor. We've got a 6.5 mile hike to Okehampton from here. It is now just gone 6:30 in the morning. Clock's gone forward today, so sunrise is a bit later, but it's the same time. It's just the clock says something different. And we're just packing down now. We were nice and warm last night, to be fair.
Yeah, it was warm.
It was really warm. That's a positive about this tent, and I love this tent. 40 mile an hour winds, gusts. And the tent, alright, it's moving around a lot, but it's rock solid. It's also very warm for 2 people. You need at least 2 people though. Anyway, so we're off to Yes Tor, highest point on Dartmoor. And hopefully we'll be setting off in the next hour and a half. Maybe sooner, because it's starting to get light outside. And as always, leave no trace. And we've left a massive mark where my giant bomber was. So good tent that, but got to work on how to use the vents properly. Alright, we've got a 6.5 mile walk, Lucy, and visibility is 100 metres. Next stop, bottom of the High Willhays, and we've got to get to Okehampton by 3:30, otherwise there's no bus, no train, no nothing. It's Sunday.
If this world was to show you freedom, would you take it if it shined like a light? Or would you choose to stay prisoner, captain, in this illusion of a life? Have you set your boundaries, borders? Do you know where your heart lies? nation. Can we turn the tide? I only hope that we can come together. I see lots of hope, but we don't come together. No, 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 no. What do we need to turn the tide? What do we need to turn the tide? What do we need to turn the tide? What do we need to turn the
Okay, so me and Lucy, me and Lucy are at the foot of the High Willhays, the tallest point or highest point in Dartmoor, in fact the highest point in all of southern England, all the way up there. It's a 250 metre ascent from where we are. Lucy's feet are wet because she's just had to wade through her first river, which was good fun. Another thing I haven't mentioned, you might be able to see in the background, there are absolutely loads of people here on Dartmoor this weekend. I reckon we have seen maybe 70 people. Yeah. 70 people hiking, backpacking, out with their tents. And it's good to see, as long as they're not leaving a mess. And the scenery is pretty dramatic at the moment. And we're in a valley. And, well, Lucy's keen, look. Lucy is off. All right, let's do this. So the river we just crossed is the West Okehampton River. And that flat plateau in behind me, still covered in fog, is called Sowerton Common, which is where I was originally going to camp, but we stopped just short of it. And all along the bank there of Okehampton River, you just saw the campers a minute ago, there are lots of good flat grassy spots for pitching a tent. So I think we'll definitely come back here, but in the summer. And we'll find a shorter route here. We'll get a canoe or something. Okay, behind me is Fordsland Ledge. We are approximately 600 metres above sea level, and there's plenty of people out camping because there's no firing. These guys here, they're headed towards the High Willhays, which is that little summit that you can see behind me. That is the highest point in all of southern England. So, Lucy, we've achieved our goal.
Wet.
Come on. Lucy's got some blisters. She's got a few blisters, so she's got 2 blisters. So she's doing all right. And we haven't got that far to go now, darling. Probably about 4 miles. Okay. So behind me and Lucy is the High Willhays. I think that cairn behind us, that's the rock granite outcrop cairn, is the highest point. Although when Yes Tor comes into view in a minute, just over that hill, Yes Tor looks higher. It's more like a mountain, whereas this is more like a ridge. So, anyway, do you feel like you've achieved, Lucy?
Yes, we finally made it.
Brilliant, well done. Yeah, it's all downhill now, so all good. And we have been joined by some lads from southeast London, Mark and Jimmy. We are the highest place in all of southern England. Incredible. The peak of the summit here at the High Willhays, and it's more of a ridge than like a single tor. There's quite a few granite outcrops, and it's also quite flat up here, so it probably makes good camping if you can get a good pitch behind somewhere, because it's very windy behind one of these granite outcrops. The summit height here is 621 metres, which is quite high, isn't it? It's like half a Snowdonia. On towards Yes Tor. Behind me is the very famous Yes Tor. In fact, it's more famous than the High Willhays, even though it's about 10 metres lower. It's not quite as high, the peak height. Is finally in sight. Okehampton, you can see the Okehampton military base, and it's always nice, as I always say, that sense of achievement to get to the end. And the way that Lucy is marching at double pace, I suspect her and her blisters feel exactly the same. So we should be over and done with in the next couple of hours, and hopefully there'll be a coffee waiting for us and a bus, because we're reliant on the bus service. If the bus service isn't there, and one of us has got to fork out for a taxi, so we won't be happy about that. So we've made really, really good time. We are now just about 1 mile from Okehampton. We are passing Okehampton Camp, which is a military base. And we're headed towards Okehampton train station, where there is a bus stop. And we have walked, for those who are interested, including Lucy, because Lucy's probably feeling quite chuffed with herself, even though she's got a couple of blisters and has had like 781 rest breaks. Yeah. So we started here, Mary Tavy, just off the road. We followed the river, and then we went up here through Willsworthy, and then all the way to here. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. And that's 14 miles. I think Lucy deserves a round of applause.
Yay.
Well done, Lucy. Good stuff. And yeah, I mean, you can pretty much camp in this entire area as well, which is good.
When the red flag's on.
Yeah, when they're not shooting bullets and dropping bombs. Okay, final stretch, and then we're done. And the sun's coming out as well, which is nice. It's nice to have a bit of sunshine. And That is Okehampton. And that is poor old Lucy with some blisters. So we got to our final destination, which is Okehampton train station. We're actually after the bus, and we did it with 3 hours to spare, Lucy. 3 hours to spare. That's good going, isn't it? So she's probably thinking, Darren, I didn't have to get out of bed so early, no?
Yeah. 4 o'clock this morning I was up.
Yeah, the clocks went forward, and it was 5 o'clock. You can have the final words.
I have about 4 blisters, but I really enjoyed it.
There you go. That was Mary Tavy to Okehampton via the High Willhays and Yes Tor, and it's about 14 miles. If you like my content, please like, share, subscribe, whatever. Leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.